Okay, continue to the one of the top 100 stories from the Art of Living organization, which inspired me so much. Most of them are told by His Holiness Gurudev Sri Shankar, and another things are told in different Art of Living classes. Most of them are like that. I add some little bit extras, little bit things to make little more fun, more knowledgeable, more little bit more detailed explanation will be there. Okay. Another story is, this was a story of a dog in the Lord Rama's court. Once what happened was, uh, one dog was walking on the street like normal. I mean, normally the dog was walking on the street in the way. One fellow see the dog. You can see there some fellows, they don't, their legs and their hands are not be in the control. If they say some creatures, they came and try to hurt those creatures. I have seen in the Puri also. In Lord Jagannath Radha I went recently, which happened in June 20. Around 10 to 12 days I was there. I was in beach is there, and Puri means beach famous. In beach I was sleeping. Little far I will go, because if you go little far, there are very less people are there, and more creatures are there. I can take more videos and put in YouTube because of that. I mean, whenever there are more people are there, there are crabs are there. The crabs will go inside and inside the house, and they don't come out. Whenever there are no people are there, the crabs come out. Like that, I was sleeping on the beach. I mean, what I want to, main thing I want to trying to say is, this was a little bit connected to the story. That was, I am little bit more explaining this thing. I went a little bit far away in the Puri beach so that I can take more videos of crabs and more videos. Like that, while I was sleeping, there are so many hundreds of crabs which live in the holes are there. There are very small, little bit crab means little hole, which little bit slightly slanted so that water doesn't come very fast. I mean, do you understand what I am saying? If you see only, if you are able to understand that, crabs make little bit slant holes in the sand and live. Because if they perpendicular holes, direct perpendicular holes if they make, what happens is, when the wave comes, the water directly went. But if they make the slant holes, the water comes directly down, but they not much disturbed because hole is a slant hole. Like that, small crab make small hole, big crab make big hole, very big crab make very big hole, and they live in the just beside the, in the waves come just little bit distance from the waves only, they make holes and live. Like that, they are making, what happens, only one person was there, and around 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 or 2 persons walking before me and on the beach and going like that. But I have seen few people, children or something around 12 years, 15 years, low class children, he constantly with the legs thrusting the holes, thrusting the legs on the holes constantly and destroying the little bit small home of the crabs. That is like a sadism or something like. Continuously, wherever whenever people come, what happens is, I am sleeping there. So just beside me also lot of crabs came, because I was sleeping. They come outside also. But whenever people come, they suddenly go into the holes. It's like that, these people are coming, the crabs are going slowly, I mean, going suddenly into the holes, and these people, those 2 3 people around 12 years, 20, 15 years age, he continuously thrusting the leg into the holes of the crabs and destroying the holes continuously, not like that. That is a sadism or some. So whatever it is, coming to the story, main story, what happens is, one fellow, he threw the, I mean, stone at the dog, and the dog came to the court of the Rama. In the Lord Rama's time, animals also have rights. They have rights, so he complained to the Rama, because Rama Raja means animals and everything has rights. They also, even animals also have the rights. They also have the right to live peacefully and happily. So this fellow threw the stone on the dog, and the dog came to the court of the Rama, and Rama asked the dog, what punishment should be given to the, you tell me. Normally in those days, whenever something happened, I mean some crime happened against the person was being asked that what should be the punishment, I mean what punishment you want to give to the offender. So then, so that the Rama asked the dog, what punishment should be given to the offender. Then the dog said to the Rama that this fellow should be given as the head of an ashram. I mean, this fellow should become this fellow should be given the punishment that he should be made as the head of an ashram. Head of an ashram. I mean, then Rama was puzzled. I mean, I am asking the punishment to this dog, but why this? I mean, I'm punishment ask this fellow who offender for the crime of throwing a stone on the dog, but this dog is saying as a I mean, what is this? Opposite to the punishment. But this dog is giving opposite to the punishment. Then Rama asked the dog, then why are you what punishment it is? You want to make the dog as the head of an ashram. What punishment it is? Then dog said to it, this is the biggest punishment. I was in my previous life a head of an ashram. I mean, it was a big headache for me. This was like a big punishment for me. I mean, I was a head of an ashram in my previous life. I mean, in the previous life, the dog was a great rishi and maharshi, and I mean, he was a saint in the previous life. He was head of an ashram. So he said to the Rama that in my previous life I was head of an ashram. So I know what pain it is to be the head of the ashram, how horrible it is, so many people, so much torture, so many things. So I also want to this dog. I mean, this fellow, I want this also. I mean, this fellow also should be, I mean, that's why I gave this punishment to this fellow, that he should become the head of the ashram. Because the saint told to Rama that, in my previous life I was the head of an ashram. So much headache for me, so much torture for me, so many people, so much ego problems, so many problems. That's why then I prayed to the Lord and prayed to the God that, God, I don't want this in my life. I want to become some dog and live happily. I don't want to become a head of an ashram in my next life. So I prayed to the God, and God granted my desire. And in this life, I became dog. Eat somewhere, sleep somewhere, no problem. Eat something on the street, something, and no problem. Sleeps happily under any tree or something. Like that he asked the god. For me also, I have seen so many dogs also. They eat something on the street somewhere and sleep happily whenever under the tree or under the shop and near the house where there was a shade, by cuddling happily. Like that, the main thing of the story is the job of the guru is the most torturing job in the world. So because so many people come to the guru and with so many problems, uh, just to become the just to be the head of an home is a big headache, but you just imagine how much torture it was to be the head of an ashram. So much the guru's job is so much torturous job. We should give our 100% to decrease the work and decrease the problems for the gurus, and we give 100% to serve and to do seva to the gurus. This was another story. Continue to the series of 100 stories from the art of living, which inspired me like anything. This was, I think, third or four of 100 stories, and I will continue in my next series. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.